On today's episode of the Toy Chasers.
It's insane. I have never seen this many G.I. Joe toys in one place.
This collection is the biggest collection, I think, in the U.S. of G.I. Joe.
What the fuck? Was I even trying? Did I just roll out of bed or something?
Real shipwreck? Alien shipwreck. This is what Eric sounds like when he gets caught slipping.
I didn't want it. It was ugly. I didn't get caught slipping. I literally feel like a kid in a toy store.
I told you the other day, let's just cut off Game Chasers, finish this season, and then just do Toy Chasers from here on out. Piss everybody off.
So we have this friend named Tony, and he said that there's this lady who has a ton of G.I. Joes. Her name's Aire. She's like apparently one of the biggest G.I. Joe collectors ever. She's selling a bunch of her stuff, if not all of it, so we're gonna go check it out.
I think we could probably get a good price on the loose stuff.
I would hope so.
I personally don't care about, carded.
No, what I like to have, like some of my favorite, I would love to have like a shipwreck carded. That would be awesome, but...
What about you? What are you looking for? What are you hoping to come away with?
Not no shipwreck.
Dude, shipwreck was awesome.
Well, what then? Kill this motherfucker.
All right, it's gonna be me, it's gonna be Stupid Billy, Stupid Melvor, and Rufus is gonna be tagging along. Our buddy Rufus, we've known this guy since I don't even know, 97, 6, something like that.
Shipwreck was the most annoying Joe there was.
No, he wasn't. He was awesome. He'd always get the ladies.
Did he?
No, he didn't. He was kind of a up, actually.
Yeah.
No, he was like,
just like
he
Billy.
always got the ladies.
He was kind of the screw up, dude.
That's
He'd be
what
like,
Billy likes.
hey, I'm shipwreck and I'm gonna get laid. See?
He was the comedy relief with the Joes.
That's what he was.
He was the Jar Jar Binks of G.I. Joe.
You're the Jar Jar Binks of this operation.
Okay, so Rufus is coming along to help us film, because between the three of us, we apparently can't do it.
So we roll up on this lady's house, and it's huge. So if this place is full of G.I. Joes, there's gonna be a lot of G.I. Joes here.
Waiting on the homeowner to come and greet us, and I gotta pee so bad I might just piss in her bush.
I really don't know what to expect, though. I just hope that we get some good stuff.
It isn't always closed.
Hi.
Hey, you're Rasputin, I hear, take it.
Yes.
How's it going? Hi, how are you?
Billy.
You're Billy, okay. Billy, Jay, and...
So we have been told that this lady has mainly G.I. Joe, but she has a bunch of stuff that she's willing to get rid of. I personally am looking forward to probably some old Star Wars that I don't have anymore. Hopefully some Transformers are for sale. But I'm really looking forward to this, and we'll see what we can find.
Yeah, my sons aren't mad at me for very many things, but the one thing they do keep bringing up is, I can't believe you sold our Atari.
The kitchen table has G.I. Joe stuff on it already. Tony is an amazing guy. He has been our G.I. Joe hookup for a while.
These are some items that I had put aside. Actually, some pretty rare figures in the U.S. I don't know if you had either of these figures when you were growing up.
See, I wouldn't know a rare G.I. Joe if you slapped me in the face with it, honestly.
Yeah, me neither, honestly.
I'll slap you in the face with this.
There's a lot of stuff in terms of G.I. Joes that I'm still looking for. Stuff that I used to have as a kid. I just know I'm after a few of the ones, I know I want a Cobra Commander.
Yeah, these are all mailaways. All stuff that you had to order. This one again?
That's the one. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that was pretty minty.
I know I've gotta have it.
Would you sell them to me?
Yeah, how much?
Free, you can have.
What?
Seriously.
Seriously?
Seriously, yeah.
Oh, I like you.
I don't like you, though.
No, letting somebody have something, a piece of their childhood, it just makes me feel good, so.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So we were told that she was in the process of writing a big book about G.I. Joe.
As I began to get to know people in other countries and learn a lot of information, I started sharing it with some people on Yojo. and they said, Aire, you ought to start a website about all the stuff that you're learning. And I said, I'm not tech savvy enough to do that. I know, I'll write a book.
But she just said it got too much for her. She's put too much time into it. It's just bigger than what she can handle.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass all my files and pictures on to Patrick and other people and let them just take it from there, maybe build a website or something.
She has a huge database of, the thing is that once you see the rest of the house, you'll start realizing how much G.I. Joe there really is in the world.
Until recently, honestly, I didn't know G.I. Joe was worldwide like it was.
I always thought it was kind of like a US thing and nobody really outside of the US cared about it, but apparently that is entirely wrong.
It was G.I. Joe, the real American hero. Why would I know that there was a Canadian G.I. Joe toy line or a Taiwanese or European or Russian or whatever the fuck? You know, I wouldn't.
That was why I started the book, was because I all of a sudden realized that G.I. Joe was much, much bigger than just sort of a U.S. toy. And I realized a lot of people, like what you're just saying, you didn't realize it, didn't know that, and I thought it was worth letting people know about it.
All right, Tony's here, Aire's here, so I'm all set.
Okay, well have fun, guys. See you later.
Oh, thanks. So you're not gonna come with us?
I'm so sorry, I don't think I can make it up the stairs again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unreal.
Holy stuff. Hang on a second. Let's
It's
Let me take this in.
It's just walls of Sky Strikers in the box, walls of like any toy that you could possibly imagine with G.I. Joe in the box. It's insane. I have never seen this many G.I. Joe toys in one place, and we're only in the living room.
Yeah.
Does she have other stuff besides just G.I. Joe?
oh yeah,
Yeah?
you'll see upstairs.
Okay, you know what? Tony tried to warn us before we got here. He said there's so much stuff, it's just everywhere. He ain't lying.
Yeah, it's like it's a cave of wonders in this house, and it's not just all G.I. Joe stuff.
So where should we go first?
Did you want to see other toy lines?
Yes.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
We're here. Watch out, get out of the way. Dude, look. Dude, this is amazing.
There was a little bit of everything there. Star Wars, there was old movie monster toys, there was, I mean, just literally a little bit of everything.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, what?
There you go.
There are other rooms. There's a sci-fi room.
Oh, those are those things Darth Maul sends out. Those cool probes.
Oh, wow, they are. I'm gonna put that back.
And there's sci-fi stuff, specifically Star Wars stuff.
Cubs, why you only win World Series every 100 years? 100 plus.
It'll be 200.
Shut up.
God, I think any toy that you could possibly imagine, she has.
I got this gizmo.
Yeah, I saw that. Dadgummit.
This is
So is everything's for sale, right?
She's mostly focused on letting go of the boxed vehicles and stuff from G.I. Joe, yeah. But she's really big into sci-fi.
That's both good and bad. It's bad because, well, I like Star Wars toys, and there's some stuff in here I wouldn't mind having. But the good news is that Melvor is going to be out on something.
I'm kind of like, all the air's been taken out of my cell. You know, I was looking forward to buying, you know, some of this other stuff because I'm not a G.I. Joe guy and I never have been.
It's a little disappointing that we can't get some of, you know, these turtles or Star Wars figures or anything like that, but at least she's gonna sell something, right?
Now that I've realized that the only thing for sale is the G.I. Joe, I'm gonna go ahead and just take over the camera duties for the most part. Just because what else am I gonna do, you know?
You're looking at my reaction? Mm-hmm. Because this is like, I literally feel like a kid in a toy store.
She is, without a doubt, of all the collectors I've met, toy-wise, game-wise, it doesn't matter. She's like on an all-new level. I've never seen anything like this before.
I guess we're going left first. Oh, wait a minute.
Another couple corners. So here's the one with the
That's
swan.
mine, yeah.
You know, G.I. Joe was my toy line growing up. I don't know, maybe I was just that kid, like Boy Who Could Fly, wore camouflage shirts and you know,
You did.
play freaking war in the backyard and whatnot. That was just my thing, I guess. But maybe that's why G.I. Joe to me was just what I gravitated towards growing up.
Dude, it makes me sick because I mean, nothing compared to this, obviously, but I had probably just 70% of the figures from like, what, 82, 83 to like 88 when I stopped getting them.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a ton of G.I. Joes, and because we moved to Florida to sell them all off, my mom made me sell them. I only kept a couple that were like my favorites. Now I'm going to getting back into it and recuperating everything that I had when I was a kid.
I actually had those into, I guess, young adulthood, about 18, 19 years old, and I think I just lost them in a move somewhere. Like, that was stuff that I didn't sell that. I didn't get rid of that. I didn't garage sell it. You know, I didn't go to a secondhand store and trade it in or anything like that.
Figured out last night around the Tiger Force, which is like 88 or so, that's when I stopped getting G.I. Joes.
I mean, you know, one of the good things about doing what we do is now I'm getting all that stuff back. You know, and honestly, that more than anything else, because I didn't get rid of those and I should still have them to this day, that hurts more than any other, you know, maybe toy line or video game or anything like that I had growing up.
These bins right here are like the really high dollar stuff. I mean, just this whole thing right here in the front is probably over 10 grand. Right there in those figures. Yeah, they're from India. They're fun school.
I was about to say, those aren't American.
Now, this house has been awesome so far, but it's a bunch of boxed vehicles and such. And while I think that's awesome and I would love to have some of them, it's going to be a lot more pricey.
The G.I. Joes I'm going to want to, I don't know, set up, pose, play with, maybe play with my son. So I'm looking at loose figures here.
She's letting go of loose stuff too.
Okay.
Like, you'll see the other room when we go upstairs, and that room that's over there.
You open up one door and there's a bunch of toys and you think you've gotten to the end, and then all of a sudden you see there's stuff in the attic. And so you go up into the attic and there's even more stuff.
The attic portion up here is where her son and his friends used to come up and play, and there's a ton of loose figures in shelves down here.
That's badass.
Yeah, whatever you guys want, like, if you're interested in, just try to remember it or note it down.
Dude, this place just never ends. There's just shit everywhere.
This is where we're gonna find what we want.
Yeah, this is insane. Like, this collection is the biggest collection, I think, in the U.S. of G.I. Joe.
There's quite a few figures here I want. You know, there's some pretty heavy hitters in here, like Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, see, I need a Lady J, I need a Flint.
I'm sure there's accessories like
I need a Dusty, he's loose though. I need an Alpine. I need a Snake Eyes. I have one of those. I way fucking overpaid for it.
One of my fondest memories growing up with G.I. Joe was a game that we made up, a game called Stand 'em Up and Shoot 'em Down. And literally what you would do is you would separate the G.I. Joe figures in half, and you split the room in half. And then we'd get into teams. You know, if there was 4 of us playing, then it'd be 2 to a team. And you stood your G.I. Joes up anywhere and everywhere you could, on a light switch, on a doorknob, on a shelf, hanging off the side of a picture frame or off the back of a picture frame or something, just anywhere and everywhere. And you took a rubber band, so that was the standing up part. That's how fucking cerebral we were, right? You took a rubber band and you tried to shoot them down, stand them up and shoot them down. But that was hours and hours and hours of entertainment. And anytime someone was like, stand over, shoot them down, all right, let's go. It was fun. It was fun. You know what? I'd play now if someone wanted to.
How much would this one usually go for? Just in ballpark.
I'm seeing a lot of figures that I don't have, that I used to have, that I'm getting really super excited about.
Yeah, it's not an expensive figure. I'm sure like a lot of this loose stuff, a couple bucks a piece.
I'm seeing a Snake Eyes. I had Snake Eyes, and he's one of the harder ones to find, especially with all his accessories, and he seems to have everything here. If the price is right, I would definitely want to jump on this one too.
I'll give it Dusty. I'm gonna put my maybe pile here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a maybe pile over here too.
I don't remember if I have a Major Blood or not. Do I have Major Blood? I think I have Major Blood. Damn, But what if I don't? I know I need a Baroness.
One thing Billy really wants vehicle-wise is the Cobra Rattler. They just happen to have one here and happen to have one that they're willing to get rid of.
Here you go, sir. It's the best condition one that I found over there.
So
I kind of swapped some parts out and everything. But
Tony is definitely on the lookout for us right here, and he's pieced together a Cobra Rattler for me. He's all like, "Don't shoot me!" Of the jets, I would say that the Cobra Rattler is second next to the Sky Striker in terms of nostalgia for me. This one that Tony is showing me looks amazing. It looks like it's in mint condition and everything's there. If I get only one thing out of here, it's got to be this Rattler. I'm seeing the twins here. I believe that their names are Tomax and Zamont. I had both of those. I remember how I got those back in the day too. I think I fell out of a tree and cut my arm really bad, so I scammed my grandmother into getting me the 2-pack.
Billy.
One time there was an asp in a tree, and I was like, oh look, a lovely caterpillar. Ow, motherfucker! And like, I went screaming to my grandmother like in excruciating pain, and she was like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, yeah, GoBot would make me feel better.
What a scumbag.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the toys. I'm also seeing here another vehicle that I used to have, the APC. I'm not sure what it's stands for or whatever, but I just called it the troop transport. You'd put all your troop guys in the back where they would sit ready for battle. What's the general going rate on one of these transports?
I did. The APC's not very expensive. I mean, you're probably looking at like maybe
10, 15?
Yeah, right around there. And they're not.
I'm interested in one of those. Would you mind picking one of those up for me? I'll put these actually in that. And I love this thing as a kid. I'm seeing it here. Usually when I see it, it's probably around the $20, $25 range.
Hey, who was that guy who
Who's that guy, though?
who had blue shirt and like an orange life preserver? Came with like
That was Marty McFly.
Okay, here's my maybe pile so far. Gizmo,
Right for a quarter.
and we got Snake Eyes, Gung Ho, Duke, Roadblock, and Spirit. These are all ones that I do not have right now, so that's awesome. Knocked out 5 Joes. I think he's jealous. He's a hater.
You're so dumb.
Okay, so we got our maybe piles going. Now let's go do the dance. It's time to haggle.
So we're piling up this maybe pile right now, but the bad thing about this is that we're not at a store. At a store you have stickers and price tags. Here we're at somebody's house. She's selling all this stuff right now, but we don't know what she's selling it for.
Oh, you guys picked some good ones. Man.
That's what I said.
Yeah, the point of a maybe pile is let me stack this up, let me see what they hit you with, and then you start chipping away at it. No, like I said, I know what I picked up. I know what some of this stuff is worth. I know, a Storm Shadow in good condition can go $20 easily. I understand that.
God, it's so hard to let these go because these were Collins and he actually played with them. And you didn't get ship heads with the wrong heads, right?
No, we did not.
Okay.
We were actually, that was pretty comical, we thought.
Well, because, you've got a bunch of sailors, you don't want them all twins of each other, right? Do me a favor, Danny, Tony, figure out what this will come to. I don't know what prices are now. I haven't been on eBay in forever, and so I want to be fair. I don't want to lose money. At least I don't want to lose too much on things that I bought. But I want to make them affordable for people too.
This is the one lot here.
We'll just do it all together.
I just want to put it all together.
I think
Getting worried?
Yeah, a little bit. I know I got some high dollar Joes in there, so.
Like 20, 20, 20, 15. That's 75. He's 25, but we'll just say 20. So that's like 100 for that group.
There's at this moment that the Price is Right music, I think it literally did go off in my head. I hear do 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 do.
So like 40 on that. 55.
55 for the
No.
Total.
15.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, so like 55. He's 15. To 70, 80, 90. So that's about 102.
I'm not up on prices of G.I. Joe stuff. I'm really not.
This is about like 50.
That she gave him when we
Yeah, that one's free.
Yeah. This is probably like 40, so that's 90.
Kuda's that much? And the APC?
Yeah, we're gonna put that back then.
Money.
So I guess it's more like 300.
That's not gonna happen. That's way too much.
No, that's fine. I can.
What if we took both vehicles off and knocked that down?
Well, you want the Rattler, dude. You've been crying over that for years, as long as I've known you.
One thing we didn't want to cut was the Rattler. Why? Because it's not that easy to come by, especially in good shape. And Billy just really wants one. That's one of his major gets, and I understand that. So if we can keep this thing in the deal, then we're going to.
I can do without like that $6-figure $100 lot right there.
You can?
I can do without it.
Okay.
I think that she kind of breathed a little bit of sigh of relief on that. For whatever reason, those figures in particular, she just had the most attachment to.
Yeah, the only ones that are going to be hard for me to part with are these, and the Spirit.
Okay, he's yours.
Okay, cool.
We basically knocked 115 right off the top. So that was 100, and you said Spirit was 15.
Oh, and actually you're taking this off.
Yeah, you know, the atmosphere is a little tense here negotiating.
Okay, so.
Oh, what about the gizmo? And that's kind of a miscellaneous item.
Who did I give this to?
You gave that to me.
And who wants the gizmo?
Me.
Oh, darn. So make an offer on this set.
What did you have these at? I'm just trying to get a total count from what you said. You said this was 100.
Yep.
This was 50.
Yep.
And this was
Like 65, I guess. 70, somewhere in there.
Well, what are you putting the shipwreck at?
15. And then I kind of went.
I know. I could put shipwreck back because I mainly got him because of replacement because my on the arm is like really loose.
Why not 150 for the set? Does that sound fair?
That's on the
I think so.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Let's do it.
I think that's gonna work. Thank you.
150 sounds like a lot of money, but when you break it down, it's actually a pretty decent deal. Once we took those 6 figures that were $100 out of the equation, what we have here kind of boils down to basically around $4 per figure plus the Rattler.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And who did you want, Dr. Mindbender?
I can do without, honestly.
You sure? Because I was going to give them to you for free.
Well, then I'm gonna take it.
Then it's yours.
Then I get the gizmo.
So we walked out of there with 20 plus figures and this Rattler. She was nice enough to let us in and kind of cherry pick some things that we wanted. When it comes from another collector, usually you know it's been taken care of. It's been loved for. And to come in here and buy a pretty decent chunk of figures that I've been missing, I think it's just a win.
Aire was an amazing host. She allowed us to come and experience her house firsthand. I've seen videos of it, Tony had shown me, but you don't really get a grasp of it until you're actually there. So it was a privilege coming in and seeing that world firsthand.
It's cool to see anyone have that kind of love and passion for anything. But when it's an older person and it's for toys, I think it makes it a little bit better.
You could tell that she didn't want this stuff to go, but she was happy that it was going to a home where someone's going to appreciate it.
The way the guys talk about the stuff that has meaning to them from their own childhood, and that if some of the stuff that I can let them have will sort of reignite that spark or sort of fill that hole, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel, okay, I did something good.
You know, it's a testament to see that there's people that life just hasn't beaten them down, and they're not just soured by what life throws at them, and that they still have that kind of young at heart mentality.
This house is actually really cool. She was very gracious to allow us to be in here and experience this, and I'm glad that we came here today.
Overall, it was an awesome experience, even though I didn't get anything and Billy and Jay didn't deserve anything. It was still cool.
Another trick I used to do. Okay, I used to fucking hate taking medicine back in the day. Like, even like Pepto-Bismol, they would have to shove it down my throat and I would immediately throw up. I'd start throwing up before I even took the medicine, just thinking about it. So, I would get bribed all the time. You take this medicine, I'll go get you a GoBot! Just so they wouldn't have to deal with me like vomiting all over the place. So again, you do what you gotta do to get the toys. You gotta find ways to scam your parents out of more toys and stuff. I know Jay's kid does it because I see it all the time.
Peace out.